young MC on my mind, go, that's how we ride it. Gratitude is in the wave, it's just how we be flying. Young MC 333, what we do ascend. Welcome back to the channel, Aquarius. I appreciate you guys tapping in. Thank you. We're gonna start today's reading off with our traditional horseshoe spirits. Right? We're gonna tap into the Aquarius energy, and we're gonna see here what's the circumstance, what's the current circumstance situation looking like. Always note, this isn't just a love reading, relationship reading, business reading. This is a holistic life reading. So apply where necessary, where needs be. Thank you all for your comments. Thank you all for letting me where you're tuning in from. If you haven't and you are viewing this, comment down below. Let me know where you're tuning in from. It's nice to see how the channel's growing, where everyone's at. It's definitely wholesome and nice to know that people are tapping in from everywhere, and we really are tapping into the collective energy here, Aquarius. And don't forget to hit that notification bell and subscribe. You know, we do Aquarius readings every Friday, so never miss your sign. Thank you. So right now, we have our 3 decks here. You know, we're gonna put my handy dandy bad boy right here, just to the side. This is my traditional playing card deck I had out a little bit earlier. We're going to have a mystery card selected from our traditional tarot deck in a little bit. Handy dandy clear sight. Thank you for bringing positive energy and clarity to the room. Spirit guides, spiritual predecessors, let's see what the message is and current circumstance for Aquarius. Let's get straight into it, guys. What is going on there? Sorry. Anyways, please don't call me during the reading. But I'm sure they didn't know, so it's okay on them. I don't blame them. As soon as I start, who's trying to there may be undergoing distractions right now, Aquarius, for you. This could be a sign of distractions, possibly being pulled away, you know, your attention. Something pulling your attention away right now from maybe your focus. That's a side note for some. I just wanted to let that out there. I felt like that needed to be said. So make sure you're staying focused on the task at hand, Aquarius. Make sure you're doing what you love and you're participating where you truly need to participate, right? And you'll know in yourself, in your life, who, what, where you need to participate with, right? As we tap into this Aquarius energy, collective Aquarian energy for this reading. Let's see what the current circumstance and situation is. All right. Not the Knight of Cups in the first position here, Aquarius. Knight of Swords. Okay, so off the bat, we got some night energy coming out. Got the Hanged Man. Okay. Princess of Swords. Okay. So, the High Priestess. Beautiful. Second card of the Major Arcana. Or I should say third if you include the Fool. We got the Death card. Right here. And, last but not least, and the Four of Discs, Outcome card, Aquarius. Okay. I'm gonna set the handy dandy Thothy deck to the side for now. Before we get into this, Aquarius, I'm going to pick a mystery card for you. And this mystery card is going to kind of tie everything together, right, at the end of this reading. So make sure you stay tuned to the end. The mystery card is going to be from the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. And we're going to see what energies here, right, need to be tied together as confirmation. I'd rather just shuffle this on the side here. I'm going to pick a mystery card. And, okay. I'm going to set this deck aside, Aquarius, and I'm going to put the mystery card in our handy dandy corner, right up top there. And I'm going to get handy dandy clear calcite, as you know, bring some clarity to this reading. And I'm going to rest right on top of that mystery card for now. And we will look into that mystery card near the end of this reading. But right now, Aquarius, let's tap into this spread for you. Let's see this energy of this current situation, or, you know, moving forward in the near future. Always remember that this is a timeless reading, right? So whether you're looking at this when it comes out, a week after, a month after, this image is your surrounding circumstance, or will relate to you in your present moment when you decide to watch this video. Let's see here. So the first position, and before I get into the positions off the bat, we do see a lot of night energy. We do see some swords energy here, right? We do have two major arcanas. So we do got some air, got a little bit of water, and we got a little bit of earth, right? Let's get into this a little bit. The past position, Knight of Cups, right? I feel in the past, Aquarius, you may have came to a realization of sorts, and you know, this realization kind of brought you to moving forward, right? Like, this is what's moving you forward, this realization, and this realization is more so a realization of what brings you emotional abundance, what leads you to opportunities, right? What fills your own cup, right? You know, this may have been movement from a past opportunity, a past relationship as well, a past connection, you know, something that used to fulfill you, but you kind of move forward from it as well, I feel, because this is in the past position. But we're going to tie this together with some stuff here, right? Because the current position I'm seeing right here is the Knight of Swords, right? Aquarius, the Knight of Swords in the present moment tells me you're moving forward with an idea right now. You're moving forward with communication, right? Whatever's going on within your situation, you know you need to have a sense of communication. You know you need to move forward with this idea right now, right? This intellect. Because the sword is in your hand, the idea is in your hand, your idea is in grasp right now. So it is time to move forward. And I think you moved forward to this emotional fulfillment, like from the past. For example, a scenario for you. You could have moved forward, right, to a scenario that fills your cup, right? This is this past influence. And because you're moving forward to this emotional fulfillment, like, it's kind of like you letting go. Yes, it's like you letting go of what no longer serves you, right? But you going forward towards what serves you. Like, you know what you know you now need to participate in, right? You know what brings you this emotional abundance, this connection, right, with yourself and possibly others, relations, etc. Always remember, this isn't a relationship reading or a business reading, but a holistic life reading. right? So apply it where necessary, you will know where necessary. And in the current moment, you are moving forward, right? You are on go with this idea. You are on go with this communication, right? And this could be something of a relationship as well. Like that's just as a scenario, moving forward from a relationship. And you're kind of stepping into your power, with this communication, kind of setting in stone your why, your reasoning, how you need to move and why you need to move and why you need to let go of certain things, right? That you were possibly connected to, that you may have thought filled your cup, but you had to let it go. It may have not served you in the manner that you knew was best for you. So now I feel like it's you're moving forward with the why, the how, the idea, the reasoning, right? Because the sword is in your hand, and it's that intellect, it's that mind frame. Like you have your mindset right now, so you had to let that go. I mean, you may have not had your mind right in this time, and you thought something was something that it wasn't. Type energy I'm getting for you, Aquarius. As the horn blows for confirmation. And moving into this position 3, yes, because moving into this position 3, this hidden influence, right? It's a new perspective. This hangman card is you looking at things from a new perspective. It's you seeing things from a different point of view. And I think it's because you're moving forward, right? You knowing your why and the reasoning, meaning and reasoning to kind of move forward, right? Your mindset, right? Knowing who you want around you and who, makes you feel emotionally comfortable and who you can emotionally connect to, right? So I think this realization is allowing you to see things right from a new perspective. That's why I think it is a realization. Like this hangman kind of connected it for me as well. I think this is a realization for you. So you're kind of moving forward, right? Seeing things from a new perspective because you know what fills your cup. You know your reasoning. And this night here in the present time, see this hidden influence for you, like it just can be underlining, right? Or something could have occurred within this connection, right? Whether it's within yourself, within a business, within a relationship, etc. You'll know. Something may have occurred to where you had to let it go, and you releasing that allowed you to see things from a new perspective, right? Numerology 3, this thing could have been in your environment, could be your family, etc. But that's for some of you. I don't want to put a dead scenario on it. But it's allowing you to see things from a new perspective now. And that's the influence of this kind of, I feel like, of this shift, right? That's the influence of this shift. We come into position 4 as the obstacle to overcome, and we get the Prince of Swords here. You see, the knight and the prince. I feel like the knight, you're moving forward, right? You're not letting anyone stop you. Like this is strength within your communication, within your mindset, right? And I think this prince is like the ideas you gave birth to, or the mentalities of others, right? The thoughts and communication of others, and maybe within yourself too, like your own little internal conflict, right? That kind of maybe hindered you from moving forward with this, setting that mindset, right? And I feel like the Prince of Swords for you, Aquarius, is these little thought forms, these little things, these little negative talk, right? Possibly the other mind frames of others, right? That you need to overcome, right? In order to move forward. So this, I feel like, is the obstacle. So it's like you moving forward with one idea, one mentality, and I feel like this is the other mindsets you had, right? Kind of hindering you back. Oh, what about this? Or what about this? You're kind of moving forward with strength, like that solutionary mindset. But this is like, for example, the fear mentality and, maybe like some victimized energy, and oh, how come this happened to me? Kind of putting yourself down a little bit. But I feel like that's not good for you. Aquarius, you're a very wise sign, right? Higher and ascended knowledge. And I feel like that that's not good for you. Like what mindset you need to be in to move forward with strength, right? That'll affect your perspective. And I think that's the way you need to go. So, I'm just my advice here with this card, because that's what we do here. We don't just give readings, but we motivate, we uplift, right? We ascend, and we keep it going, we keep it flowing. So this card, I'm going to tell you, Aquarius, when you notice these mind frames, when you notice these thought forms, when you notice these provoking words from conversations from others, right, that kind of may hinder your thoughts and your strength and your mindset, right? Maybe even it's your own personal conflict. Let's just say you had your own personal internal conflict that kind of stopped you from moving forward with the right mindset. You got to catch a grips, right, on how you're thinking, being aware of your own thoughts. Why am I thinking like that? Ask the question. Don't be shy to ask yourself the question, right? Is there a reason I need to think like that? Is there a reason I need to hold myself, down? Like, be accountable of your own thought forms, because your mindset and this perspective is the way you need to go. So, and because that, there's no need to be in this fear, right? This victim mentality. It's time for solution. It's time for strength, right? It's time for a perspective shift. And I think that because you're moving forward with this mindset right now, because you're being influenced by this shift in perspective, right? Possibly based upon realizing what fulfills you, right? What gives you the most emotional fulfillment. What gives you the most happiness, the most peace, right? That internal peace. So when you find yourself thinking about doubt, processing doubt, get a sense of, find something to kind of ground your energy. Find a way to kind of shift this mentality. Do what you love to do. If you have a craft, a hobby, something that uplifts your spirit, right? Keep that vibration high, keep that vibration expansive, right? That way, you can kind of keep this strength within this new perspective, because it's this new perspective here that's allowing you to move forward with the strength, right? So this isn't a must to overcome, because if you don't overcome, you will not move forward with this strength, right? This perspective, and this new perspective may be what's kind of causing possibly some of this mental talk, mental chatter, right? Maybe other people within your environment to say certain things or view you in certain ways. Although I don't think it's really people viewing you, because we have this High Priestess card in position 5, which is other people's perspectives. So I think it's your own possible mental chatter. And it could be this perspective, which is, bringing this mental chatter. Sometimes when our perspective shifts, we get this sense of, oh, is it the right path? Oh, is this the right thing? Oh, is this the right job? Oh, is this the right opportunity, right? And I think it's just time for you to move forward with strength. I think it's time for you to have this internal faith, because you know what fulfills your cup. So if you're going towards what makes you happy, what you emotionally connect to, what brings you this peace, and that is certain, continue moving forward with strength, and don't let this doubt clutter your mind, right? Because in position 5, the outside world, this could be a spouse with the High Priestess card as well, your wife, your kids, right? Co-workers. They know they know you're someone of wisdom. They know you're a wise individual, right? They know you're a High Priestess type individual. They know you're an individual of faith and belief, right? Of a vast imagination, right? You see, numerology too, right? February 2nd can be significant to some of you. February 3rd, February 13th, February 4th for some. But, you know, moving forward, I say, you know, wife and stuff like that sometimes just because, you know, the High Priestess card can be dealing with children as well. You know, I think whether this, you know, in your family, in your career, in your business, you know, I think they see you of someone of strength and of someone of, you know, vast imagination and vast creativity. Someone that is very wise, right? Someone that has the power to curate and create, you know, their own outcome, right? Because you have this ascended knowing, this knowledge, this wisdom, right? So don't allow any external energy to kind of move you from moving forward, right? With this idea, with this mindset. Because they know you're a wise individual. So because of this wisdom, they don't doubt you. They don't doubt this perspective shift. They don't doubt this mentality, right? This mind frame that you have. Right? For some, I just got that. For some, this Knight of Swords can be a locked-in mindset. You know, Aquarius is fixed water. This can be, I'm getting for some, a sense of stubbornness, a sense of sticking to this mentality because this past situation was fulfilling their cup, right? Because they move forward towards this thing that fulfilled their cup, that brought them this maybe internal, external abundance. So they may be stuck in this mindset right now, this mentality. Yes, I'm getting that for some of you. This is another scenario, right? And I'm getting that this stubbornness may be causing, you know, an underlying influence, you know, a new change of perspective. And I'm getting it's this change in perspective that you may remain, you know, I think this could be this change of perspective within your environment, because this is in the third position, 3, right? Career, whatever, work, environment, family, whatever, right? It's a life reading. So I think this change of perspective within that setting, you may be stubborn to realize, right? You may want to move forward with this sword, with this mentality. But Aquarius, you have to realize that there is a change amongst you, right? Amidst you. You have to realize that. And I think that's what this card is saying for some of you. That you may need to shift this mindset. That there may need to be an adjustment in this mindset. I feel like that's what this prince may be telling me as well. This obstacle to overcome is your own mind, is your own thoughts, right? You're used to kind of controlling your mind in this way. You're controlling these thoughts in this way, directing these thoughts in this way. But there's a new environmental change, Aquarius, for some of you. And that when the environment changes, I think that requires, for some of you, a change in mentality sometimes, right? You have to realize that everything doesn't stay the same. So when you need to adjust, you need to adjust, right? But you are a wise individual. So don't doubt this adjustment. It's okay to pivot sometimes. It's okay to make a change sometimes. And I think that's what this is saying. Like this other person, it's in position 5, this other perspective. Position 5 also deals with emotional change, right? The 5 is emotions. So, you know, and the 5 deals with change. So don't be too stubborn to not changing, because you're a wise individual. Any way that you can adapt or change and adapt, you will be wise and you will offer some sort of wisdom, right? This change may bring you more wisdom in the long run, right? It's a learning experience I'm getting with this High Priestess card. You're learning how to change, how to adjust, how to maneuver, right? and you're overcoming your own thought forms by it, right? Because this next path right here, yes, I'm really getting this for some of you, because this next card here, the best path to take is the death card, right? This is Scorpio energy. This is transformation. This is rebirth. And I think that's what this is. It's a rebirth of the mind for some of you, Aquarius. It's a transformation of self within the mind, right? The transformation of the mind. It's letting go of old ways of thinking, right? Understanding how to transform. That's going to lead to a new sense of wisdom, a nuance of wisdom, right? And this new sense of wisdom is going to allow you to rise like the phoenix, find a sense of confidence within yourself, because you understand that some things don't stay the same. Some things do require change. If something isn't working, which is why I feel like this is in the past, it may not, this thing or this mindset or whatever you may be participating in may not be fulfilling your cup anymore. And I think that's what this change is right here, which is why it's needed, right? So I think this is why you're off, which is this death card is coming out right now. It's a transformation of the mind, a rebirth of the mind, because you're understanding certain things don't work anymore, right? But this transformation may seem a little uncomfortable, but the outcome card, understand that there's power within this transformation, right? Capricorn, 4 of discs. Understand that this outcome is going to allow a more practical way of thinking, a more practical way of looking at things, Aquarius, right? This is you finding power. This is you finding a new sense of status because of this mind frame, right? So your status may not be seen to go the way you may want it right now. You may not be doing what you want to do. That's because you may be stagnant within this old thing. You may be stubborn within this thing right now. And it's time for a change. It's time for a perspective shift. So it's time to transform your mind, right? To adapt with the situation, to adapt with reality, to adapt with your circumstance. And when you understand this in a practical way, and it's going to allow you and lead you to a sense of power, because you're going to learn everything doesn't stay the same. Sometimes there is change. Sometimes change is required, right? And you learning that to develop this wisdom, to rise like this phoenix, to ascend, leads to power. And you'll then know how to initiate what you need to initiate this status, right? You'll know where you need to where you need to be led, right? This is alchemy right here. Your air, your earth, your fire, your water, right? You're going to know how to bring all these things together because you know how you learned to adapt to the situation and circumstance, right? You're adjusting with the times, I'm getting. Continue making this adjustment with the times, because it's going to lead to this power, this sense of internal power, where you're not in conflict with your own mentality and mind frame anymore, or thoughts, right? Because you understand that this may be a new time for you, so it requires a shift. When you shift and you pivot and you understand you can move, right? It's like a boxer in the ring. If you're a boxer in the ring, right, and you don't have the footwork to pivot, to shift, to get that punch in, right? You're gonna get knocked over. You gotta understand, you gotta know how to move. You gotta have the footwork. And that's the same thing within your mind frame. You're understanding how to shift your mindset right now, right? And this may be tough for you right now because, you are fixed air. You do like to have a certain way of thinking, a certain mind frame, right? A certain mentality. But I'm seeing the best path for you to take, Aquarius, is the death card, is to transform, right? If you do want this sense of nuance and status and power, again, within your mind frame and what you're doing, right, within your career, because this is a Capricorn card. So this could be career for some of you. You got to understand how to pivot, right? You got to understand to adjust with the times, to adjust with new perspective. Okay, so if a perspective is changed, How do you need to change your mind in order to adapt to this perspective? What and where in my life do I need to change? Ask yourself these questions. It's time to embrace it with no fear, right? With this death card here. Change may seem scary, it may be overwhelming, but I'm seeing that it's needed for you, Aquarius. Let's get into this mystery card here. And we have some air. We have some major arcana. We have a little bit of earth, right? I think what'll look good here is a little bit of fire, maybe a little bit of movement, maybe a little bit of water to kind of bring this connection back within yourself, right? Within your mind frame, you know, reconnect with that, find that emotional peace, right? To where you can allow yourself to feel whole as you adjust and as you change, right? Maybe a little bit of fire. Start putting some action in, right? Into how you change this mindset. But let's see. Thank you, Claire, Calcite. Yeah. Good. That was a nice little intuition one right there. We got the Knight of Wands, right? The King of Wands, sorry. The King of Wands. And the King of Wands, you will be on your throne, right? I feel like after you go forward, you move forward with this transformation, right? And you start learning how to adjust your mind frame with the time in correspondence. You ask the right questions. You will be sitting on your throne, knowing how and when to take action diligently, right? What to take action on. This is the king. This is you knowing when to move and when to not move. You knowing what to do, what not to do, right? You knowing where to act, where not to act, right? The wand is in your hand. It's connected with this power card. When you go, you go. I'm getting when I move, you move. That ludicrous song right now, you know what I'm saying? But it's like that energy, right? When you go, things follow. When you adjust, things follow. But you have to be willing to adjust. You have to be willing to shift, right? But you will know and understand when to take action, what to take action on, if you just allow yourself to look at things from the outside in, understand where and which part of your mind frame you may need to adjust with based upon this new perspective. Because the perspective is here. This is the influence right now, right? And you may be in this stubborn energy right now. But you may know that there is a change in perspective. Like you may know that something ain't working. Something needs to shift. Your way of seeing things need to shift because this was in the past. It's not happening anymore. This cup, you moving forward toward this cup and this fulfillment, this abundance isn't happening anymore. So I feel like this you see this perspective change and you know what you need to overcome. It's your own mindset, right? Others know you're wise. And the best path to go down is this transformation. Because this personal transformation of the mind is going to lead you to this power and this new status, right? It's going to lead you to a power to where you can initiate a new way of moving forward. Yes, right? Because you're looking at things from a new perspective. You're allowing yourself to shift with the energy, Aquarius. Really getting that for you right now. So, I hope you guys find clarity here. There's a lot of mental frameworks currently, right? The King of Wands lets me know that you do need to take action. There is a point that's approaching where you're going to need to take action. Whether this is now or in the near future, you're going to know. If you're watching this, you're going to know when the call to take action is. You're going to know where you need to shift this mind frame, what you need to shift, because you see a new perspective. You see things are different now, right? What thoughts are holding you back from shifting, from transforming yourself, to developing this new wisdom? Remember, there's always something that you can learn. I tell that to a lot of every of my clients, a lot of that stuff. There's always something you can learn. You can learn from everything. So it's time for you to learn from your environment. It's time for you to learn from your situation and your circumstance that you're in, right? Because you learning that is going to help transform you, help you within this transformation. Be open to learning right now, Aquarius. Yeah, you guys are ascendant knowledge, it's higher knowing. But there's always something you can learn. It's never ending, right? Because this new information, this new knowledge, this new wisdom is going to allow you to take action in a way that you never thought you could. It's going to lead to a new sense of power, right? Yeah, it's like getting uncomfortable. Getting comfortable with the uncomfortable, right? It's shifting this stubborn, stuck energy, right? Stagnant energy, possibly. Hope you guys find a sense of peace in this reading. Hope you guys find clarity in this reading. I thank you guys for tuning in with me. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if this resonates in the comments. As I always say, Aquarius, I'm watching from afar, and you know that I'm rooting for you. Stay positive. Stay adaptable. Observe. You got this. No more hammer there. We're out of here. MC333.